Hi all. Hey, I'm going to show you how you can download the words and chords of a song from Ultimate Guitar and be able to get it formatted in a way that it's easy to read and doesn't contain all the extra junk. What I mean is, if you bring up a song, let's say I've got this song here and I've transposed it, I got it in the right key that I want, and I'm ready to download it. If you use the download PDF, you click on that button. Well, what it does is it gives you all this extra stuff. And you can see that here. The strumming, the chords, the title, etc. And then finally it gets down to the chords. But if you were to put that on your tablet, say, and actually try to use that while you're performing, you might find it a little hard to read. I find it hard to read, especially that it's in this Courier font, and it's not really large enough. I mean, I should be able to get it larger. So I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go here and I'm going to close that. You might notice that when you do on this, when you click on Download PDF, it creates the PDF with all the defaults first. There's no way of changing that. And it'll give you this screen, and then it'll also give you that PDF that has all these defaults. Here, if you go and you turn off the meta, you turn off the chords, you turn off the strumming, okay, now it's a little bit better, but the font is still Courier, and I don't like it, and I really don't find that easy to read. And also, it's using up extra space with the title and everything else. So I don't know about the legalities of this or not, but I basically just do what I call a screen scrape and get it into Word, and you'll see what I mean here. So I'm going to close this. I don't want that. And I'm going to just go here, go to the very bottom, and you see where the cursor becomes a text cursor, and I just start working my way up. I do it from the bottom because it seems like I have a little bit better control. So here I go, I've got what I want, and then I go ahead and right click and choose copy. Now that I have that, I'm going to open Word and open a blank document. And here I'm going to go ahead and paste that. But I'm not just going to use Control V. I'm going to go into Home and choose this paste here, Keep Text Only. That way I don't get any of the configuration, text configuration, etc. That the web page has. I just get the text, and that's all I want. So I go ahead and click that, and I've got it. And you can see here it's in a pretty sad shape. So I'm going to show you what I do in order to massage this into a usable form. So first of all, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to use Control A for that. I'm going to select all of it. Then I'm going to go in Word, and I'm going to choose single line, or 1.0 spacing. And then I'm going to go back in here again, and I'm going to remove the space after the paragraph. That tightens it up a little bit. You'll notice now that there's not so much space in between each word or each line. So now what I'm going to do, though, is I want to get rid of more. Now you can do it with a keyboard. It may take forever, so I'm going to show you an easy way to get rid of all these extra lines. I'm going to go to Replace. Using Replace, I'm going to have it look for "P." Now what that is a paragraph marker or a carriage return. And so I'm looking for 2 of those in a row. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that with just 1 of those. So I'm looking for 2, and I'm going to replace it with 1. And then I'm going to click Replace All. And you'll notice now, doesn't it look a lot better? It's made 82 replacements. Do you want to search the rest of the document? Yes. Go through the whole thing. Okay. 82 replacements. I'm going to go ahead and close this now. I have all my words and all my lines and chords all in a easy to manage format now. So a couple things I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put in the title. so I know what it is. And also what I do is I get rid of things like this. Verse 1, I don't need to know that. I know that's verse 1. Here's the chorus. You can just delete that whichever way you want. I generally use 2 line spaces between each group, verse, chorus, bridge, etc., etc. Here's an interlude. I don't need to know that it's called interlude. I know that I just have chords to play. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and double line there. And here, I'm going to go ahead and there we go. I'm on the next verse, and that's good. And then here I have chorus. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And again, make sure there's a double line. So that's where I am right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bold the title and the chords. Now the easiest way to do this is by moving your cursor over to the left margin. You'll notice that it turns into an arrow. And when you click, you'll see that it selects the whole line. But we're going to do more than just selecting one line. We want to select a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to hold the control key down, holding it down, and I'm going to start clicking the chords. Now, sometimes you might make a mistake, and I'll show you here. Let's say I make a mistake here. I'm like, oh, I don't want that one. Do I have to start all over? No. Just go ahead and let go of the control key. Go ahead and bold all this. That's fine. And then select this again. You can see what I did there is now that it's bold, I want it unbold. I use this arrow on the left side again. Select that and click bold to unbold it. So I've got some of them done already. I'm going to go ahead and continue on, holding the control key down. And you can do a couple and let go and go ahead and bold them. So you don't have to try to select them all in one shot if you don't want to. You can just do this little by little at your leisure. Whoops, see? I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more here. Let's get this one done. Kind of boom, okay. Then go back over to here, select that one and unbold that. Okay, I got a couple more to go. Okay, so I have everything bolded now. I have everything configured the way I want. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change the margins. I don't need margins. I'm not going to use this as a piece of paper. It's going to go on my tablet. So I'm going to go over here to Layout and Margins. And I love the narrow margin. It's my favorite. You'll see here. Let me go ahead and move that up. You'll see here, it gives me a little more space. And now what I'd like to do is I would like to increase the size of this font until this takes up 2 pages. That should be easy enough for me to read. So I'm going to go ahead and use Control A again to select all. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of these fonts by using a special keystroke. This is Control greater than sign. Now, Control greater than sign, though, you have to use the Shift key in order to do it on your keyboard. So you hold the Control key down, you hold the Shift key down. So you got both of those held down. And then go over where the period key is. The shift of that is the greater than sign. And go ahead and click, and you'll see that this increases the size of my font. Now, you'll look and you'll say, well, oh, wait a minute, I've gone beyond. So I want to decrease it by 1 increment. I'm going to use, by still holding the Shift and Control key down, I'm going to click on the left, less than sign, which is also the comma sign. So I've got Shift and Control held down. I'm going to hit click that one time, and you'll see, okay, I've got it. I'm letting go. That looks good to me. So my fonts are there, the ones that I like. And so now I am ready to save this document. So that's the next step. I'm going to go ahead and File Save. And I'm going to go ahead and use my charts folder that I have. And you'll notice that with the title, of course, it it's already there. So I'm going to go ahead and save that as a docx, replace existing. Yeah, sure. Okay, so now that I have that, what I'm going to do now is I want to convert that to a PDF. So I'm going to click File, Save As, and I'm going to browse, and I'm going to go to my PDF charts and open that. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to choose PDF. So now it's going to be a PDF. And I'm going to go ahead and save. And now I have the PDF for More Than Words. Couple things is, now that I have all that, a couple things. Where I save my documents, this might be helpful to some of you. If I open up my my drive here, I have a Google Drive. Now you could use OneDrive, you could use Dropbox, you could use a couple other of the cloud-based storage. I use Google Drive and I have it mapped as G. So when I go in here, I will go in and I have my charts folder here. Here's all those docs that I've created so far. And then I also have a folder called PDF charts where I save all the PDFs. It's just easier for me to have them. So here they are. If I scroll down, I should find More Than Words. Here it is right there. Now I have them saved there. So what that does is it automatically synchronizes all these docs to the cloud, and then I can go onto my tablet, which is also connected to my Google Drive, and be able to bring those down and enter them into my tablet software. So that's how I get from Ultimate Guitar with all of its extra added stuff to a nicely configured document. Easy to read. I can play with this. So when I go out to gig, I can have these words and be able to play through them with little or no problem. I won't be squinting at the tablet. So that's it. That's just like my little tip there. I hope you enjoyed it.